Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Dalton at Dalton95 with another Transformers Legacy video, and today we're taking a look at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive set from Legacy United, the Fractured Friendship 2-pack. So you got Gladiator, Megatron, and Security Officer Orion Pax / Stormbringer Optimus Prime. So there they are, kind of, I mean, they're two different hauls, but kind of a face-off thing. Maybe Prime here is like investigating something, or Orion is investigating something, I don't know. But you do see an image here of, let me see who that is. I honestly have no idea who that is, so might be Trailbreaker, I don't know. But it just says wanted, security office. I'm guessing this is a hallway or detention center with how many scratches Megatron has etched into the wall there. Do see his sword. Oh, okay, so this is the hall to the Gladiator arena. I just never pay attention to it. Sword. There, you got a couple of an arm and a blaster there. Someone coming in right there. Another sword. Centered. A bunch of random spots there. And, of course, the artwork that we're used to seeing. 16 steps, 26 steps. Shows off all of Megatron's weapons. Shows off Orion Pax with the Matrix. Get a versus thing there. And that. So, there is that. So, we'll go ahead and bring in Megatron so we can just... because there's barely any differences between him and the minor version. So, right off the bat, main difference, just color scheme. So this is closer to how he'll look later on. This is him back when he was still working in the mines. So instead of the wasp stripes on him, you've got these, I don't know, could be spilled energon or just paint details he's added to himself. He's added a couple of streaks on his face there. Some more on the sides of his helmet. Got some more there. Little X's on his knees. I really hope this is the last we see of this mold. And then treads are a little bit closer to what the regular Siege one would be like. Some more of that striping there. There's that. His weapons are also the same, so you do get the drill. You can put on the forearm. Got the axe. Yeah, go ahead. I'll just go ahead and put it back here. Get his energized sword. Sort of based on a G1 toy. And this weird energon hammer. I believe it was used by Psykill. And I've commented on a couple videos or live stream before that. It looked like a partially chewed piece of Laffy Taffy put on a stick. It looks really derpy. But you can just go ahead and plug that in there. Or you can plug it onto the shoulder. Although it doesn't sit on there very well. There's that. Go ahead and remove this. Plug it on right there. So if you wanted to store everything, do that. There, everything is stored. There you go. So there's Megatron. So as you saw, there is some loose joints like the hips. Head, of course, is on a ball joint. It is very stiff, unlike all the other joints. Get 360 at the shoulder, all the way out. Bicep swivel, a little over 90 at the elbow, not a lot. Nothing at the wrist. Go ahead and pop those off because they're going to just come off anyways. Do get a waist swivel, very tight, very loose hips, forward and back, all the way out. Thigh swivel, 90 degrees at the knee, and that tight ankle, and a little bit up and down if you collapse the heel, although that is also a very tight clip piece. So there is Megatron. So let's go ahead and move on to Orion Pax. So, starting off with Orion Pax, much like Megatron, I mean, not much like Megatron, he is vastly different than his original counterpart, but we'll go ahead and give him his weapons. He does have these two forearm cannons, or blasters. Just plug right onto there. There. And since he is a heavy retool of Gamer Edition Prime, here's his blaster with this new piece added on. It is screwed into place. It's two pieces sandwiched together. one plugged in, one just holding it together. So here's the standard Gamer Edition 1. And it does have a shallow handle there, but you can still hold it like a normal blaster, even though it looks a little weird. There are some 3D printed or upgrade kit versions I've seen on eBay that I might pick up. But just show that. So here he is. And there is the Gamer Edition version. So yeah, he is a vast improvement, in my opinion, on the Gamer Edition. And better fits that Voyager class sizing. But you can see some of the details that are still the same are the torso here, or the abdomen, waist, hips, these exhaust pipes, the wheels, and some internal pieces, like if you open up his chest. He does have the matrix, and it's the same matrix and the same chest assembly on the inside as the Gamer Edition. So yeah, very well done. And here he is with himself earlier on in his career as a data clerk. So yeah, he's had multiple upgrades throughout the millions of years, like during and before the war. But you can see some of the influences that this design took, from what, this was based on. And if you want, you can even take these off and give them to the data clerk, even though these are a little too big. I believe Non-F or Toy Hacks created their own version that is size appropriate to this Orion Pax. You can even plug them up on the shoulders to give them that detail if you want. But pretty much just happy with this. And he does have this same gimmick still of removing the arm. Go ahead and take the actual Gamer Edition blaster and just plug that on, so you can still do that if you want. I still think it looks ridiculous. So just go and give him that back. Take it off there for now. So get him into, or go into articulation, but first, very nice head sculpt. I really love how they've handled that. Got the exhaust pipes here. Kind of the same thing going on up front. Some nice silver paint on the shins. Yellow paint here on the thighs. A little bit of silver here. Of course, the window color there. Fairly clean backpack for what it's worth. But yeah, let's go ahead and get, I guess articulation has, like I said, on the ball joint. 360 all the way out. Get a bicep swivel. And I guess kind of a butterfly joint, but that's more for transformation because his shoulders are really tight. You get about 90 there, but on this arm, since it's got that different style joint for removing the arm, you do get over 90 degrees. I just get there you go. So a little over 90 degrees compared to the other arm, or the other arm. You do get wrist swivel, waist rotation 360, forward, and not really anything back, just due to clearance issues. You get up to there, thigh swivel, and about 90 at the knee, ankle tilt all the way. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start on his transformation because it is just more interesting. Go ahead and slide these out. Bring this down, rotate it, open it. We'll rotate these sections down and around, down and around. Go ahead and remove these here. All right. Then we'll bring this whole section back, like that. And close this section down. Rotate the waist 180. From here, we'll bring up these. And actually, before we get too far, actually, no. Get ahead of myself. Bring these sections up, just like that. Bring these sections out. Bring up the exhaust pipes. Rotate these. It's out. Bring out the wheels. Before do anything else, go ahead and key these together so they will just slide in like that. Same thing with these feet on the opposite side, or the opposite direction, I guess. Bring that up, and then these will key together just like that. Bring this whole section up. That will allow you to bring or collapse this in. Like that. Straighten out the arm, rotate just like that. So up, just like that. Bring the arm or the legs down. There is a peg here and a small hole right in front of the rearmost wheel. So you just tab that or plug that peg into that hole. Same thing on the other side. This around, tab that in, collapse that around, tab in, bring these sections down, untab the bottom of the foot, bring that down, that'll cover up cover up his hands. We'll just plug these blasters in right here. Same thing on the other side. Then we'll just take his weapon, plug it right back here. And there we have Security Officer Orion Pax in truck mode. You can still see some elements of the War for Cybertron figure here, but we will compare that in just a moment. So let's go ahead and work on Megatron. Alright, so Megatron, just like all the other versions of them, move that, collapse the heel in, bring the foot down, fold in the fists, and from here, open up the back of the legs, bring this up, rotate out the treads, flip in this piece here. There we go. Go ahead and bring the arms back. Bring this up. There we go. Rotate the waist. Bring this up, down, collapse. Bring that down like that. Flip that in. There's that. So up, down, around while holding the hip. Bring down the hip joint. Flip that up. Tab that in. This will all just come together. Bring the arms down like that. We'll take this part of the pickaxe. We'll plug right into there. Plug in on both sides. Come on. There we go. We'll just take this piece. Or actually, move this, then add this. There we go. And you can just tab the end of the pickaxe there. And that's really it. So don't really have storage for these in vehicle mode, which does kind of ruin the whole point of these. Maybe you can put it there and use it as a replacement for the turret. Same thing with the sword, but yeah, kind of ridiculous. So there is Megatron's tank mode and Orion Pax in truck mode. So yeah, I mean, fairly straightforward. So let's go ahead and compare them with their counterparts, starting with Megatron. I know I said Orion Pax, but let's go and get into Megatron. So here we have Megatron with himself back in the days as a miner before, you know, obviously becoming the Gladiator that we see here before us. And for some reason, this is not wanting to tab in properly. Oh, just the treads are splitting apart in a weird way. Just noticed that. So maybe mold degradation is starting to get to this because it doesn't even roll like it used to. Either that or I'm just missing something, missing a step, or don't have it far enough back. I honestly have no idea why these are pushing out the way they are. But, so yeah, there is the comparison of those two. So let's go ahead and get Orion Pax. Just get Megatron out of the way for now. So, here's Orion Pax. Here is the Gamer Edition truck mode. So you can see the molding here, exactly the same with the wheels, this attachment piece, as well as this fender section. And transformation, of course, is similar, especially with the roof here. But, yeah. I mean, while this does look like the game model, I do quite like this for, you know, what it's supposed to be. I do want to, at some point, pick up the MMC Optimus Prime, or at least a version of that mold. Right now, I'm looking at getting the Armada Nemesis Prime colored one because it's got that tan kind of beigeish color that Armada Nemesis Prime had as far as the toy. I really like that, or the Shattered Glass. So might get that and then compare it with this. Obviously they're not going to be the same because third party versus official Hasbro and a retool at that. But real quick, we'll also look at his data clerk form. So yeah, he has had quite the upgrade from data clerk to security officer. So, there you have that. I do, again, like how this set included the axe from the Thrilling 30 design of Orion. So yeah, let's go ahead and get him back into robot mode, and then in just a moment we'll get into final thoughts on this set. I know it's been a little bit late. I've got quite the backlog. I'm trying to get caught up on everything, so that's why this video is taking so long to get out. But hopefully you guys still enjoy it nonetheless. I'm just kind of going through it because we've seen this transformation before, and you've probably seen it a dozen times by now as this particular release. But hey, I don't want to just bore you with the steps, so I might as well just chat a little bit. I mean, it is still a very fun transformation nonetheless. Like, I'm glad, you know, of the Gamer Edition stuff, and then of course the transformation is still enjoyable. So there is quite a few positives in that. And this, of course, bring this back, fold it up and around, and up. Whoop. So yeah, like I said, I do hope to get the Optimus Prime mold, just so I could have it. Plus, that figure is like super posable and still able to transform, which is just amazing. Also, really want to get that Super Max figure whenever it gets revealed. Hopefully, it's not too egregiously expensive because I've been wanting that thing since the concept art of it came out like 4 years ago. But there is Orion Pax. So we'll go ahead and get Megatron, which, you know, we know how this transformation goes. We've seen it almost literally a dozen times throughout every release of him. And again, I really do hope we get... I mean, I know it's not going to be the same mold, but I really hope it's not the same engineering. Like, I hope they do something vastly different for the Studio Series 86 Megatron. I'm just excited to see what it looks like, regardless if he has a tank or, you know, a pistol. I mean, they've already, like, Evan Brooks has already announced that he is going to be a tank, which, yeah, it sucks for movie accuracy, but given, you know, toy laws nowadays and, you know, safety standards, I can understand it. As long as he comes with a mini version of himself in that mode, I'm not going to be too upset. And as long as they can hide most of the tank bits, you know, that'd be another huge plus for this, or for that release. So, as much as it sucks that he's not going to be officially a, you know, blaster, for lack of better terms, I understand why. So, people just need to learn to accept and adapt, because that's the whole name of Transformers, is change. Things are never always going to be the exact same. They're not going to be exactly the way they used to be, and that's fine. Do I agree that it sucks? Yeah. Am I going to live with it? Yeah. So, I don't know. Just rambling while I get these guys into robot mode again, so we can go over final thoughts here at the end. So there he is, whoop, with his weapons, and that sword very loosely fits in his hand. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on to final thoughts. So as far as final thoughts on this set, I really enjoy it, mostly for Orion here, but Megatron does look good, you know, as the Gladiator form. Glad he's got some new weapons, even though his hammer, like I said, looks like someone like took a couple bites of Laffy Taffy and then just put it on a stick and called it a hammer. I mean, I know that's not the whole idea of it, but it's just what it seems like to me, and I find it hilarious. But at the end of the day, it's a cool set. Hopefully they retire this Megatron mold, because it's not aging very well. And like I said, the QC and everything is just degraded. Well, mostly parts degradation and mold fatigue. I know a lot of other collectors are not too happy that this mold still is being used. And I know one in particular, Headmaster Don, hated that we're getting the G2, that we got the G2 Megatron out of this mold family. He dropped some keywords that were hilarious, but at the same time, yeah, you gotta agree with that. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, sorry it's so late getting it out compared to, you know, when it was released. It was released like 2 weeks ago, and here it is almost, or released like 2 or 3 weeks ago at the time of this recording, and then here we are now. So, yeah, meant to have this out sooner, just had a whole bunch of other things that I wanted to get done before getting to this. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out those links below. Check out my other Transformers Legacy videos. And stay tuned for more stuff. So, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. Again, check out those links down below. And I'll see you next time.